dear students, I hope you all are fine. In the last session, we discussed about the characteristics of life. I hope you all understand and revise thoroughly at your home. After characteristics of life, now we will discuss about a new term known as biodiversity. You have to learn about the biodiversity a little bit because in the coming chapters, the word biodiversity is used. So you should know the meaning of biodiversity. Here is the biodiversity. Biodiversity. Biodiversity consists of two words. One is bio and second is the diversity. The meaning of bio is living. You already know. The meaning of bio is living. And the meaning of diversity is variety. It means the meaning of word biodiversity is variety of living things. Or you can define biodiversity as the variety of species of plants, animals and microbes on the earth. Understand? Now I am giving here you the example for the clarification of word biodiversity properly. Suppose we are having two forests, forest 1 and forest 2. In forest 1 there are a large number of trees. Suppose we can say that eucalyptus plants, these are denoted by me with cross, and mango plants, these are denoted by me with circle, and some people tree, they are denoted by S in the forest. And some neem trees, they are denoted by square in the first forest. So here we can count the variety of trees. One is denoted by X, second is denoted by circle, third is denoted by square, and one is denoted by S. In the second forest, there are a large number of people trees. These are denoted by circle in the second forest. Large number of people trees. And in between here and there are some neem trees that are denoted by S here. Here are only two types of plant trees, but the number of organisms in the second forest are large and the number of organisms in the first forest are less. This doesn't mean the variety of forest second is large or variety of forest first is small. But the variety of forest first is large because it consists of 4 types of plants. It consists of only 2 types of plants. Understand? I think you better understand the meaning of biodiversity. Biodiversity means the variety of living beings present in a given area. Understand? For example, in the forest 1 and not in the forest 2. Here only the number of organisms are large, not the variety. Now next. There are a very large number of species of plants, animals and microbes on the earth. According to an estimate, there are 17 to 18 millions of varieties. 17 to 18 million of varieties of organisms. They are that consist of plants, animals as well as microbes on the earth. It is an estimate, and millions of the species are there that are not recognized or classified yet. They are under consideration, but they are existing on the earth. If we talk about the biodiversity of India, India ranks 9th. India ranks 9th in the variety of plants. In the variety of plants. Our complete Earth planet, it consists of 25 hotspots of biodiversity. 25 hotspots of biodiversity, and out of 25, who are present in India? Who are present in India? India is a region of so many domesticated plants, so many crops, so many aromatic plants. For example, pigeon pea, cucumber, beans, and wheat and rice. These all are the region of. These all are originated in India. Now, what is the importance of biodiversity? Biodiversity has an importance in the sustenance of life on the earth. First importance is ecological importance. Ecological importance of biodiversity. What is the ecological importance of biodiversity? Ecological importance of biodiversity is to maintain the balance of ecosystem on the earth. For example, plants perform photosynthesis and used carbon dioxide, release oxygen. That oxygen is used by the animals and human beings. In return, they release carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is used by plants for making food. In this way, they maintain the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen on the earth. Similarly, herbivores present, carnivores present, top carnivores present. Herbivores eat the plants. They maintain the population of plants on the earth. And carnivores eat the herbivores. They maintain the population of herbivores on the earth. And the top carnivores eat the carnivores one. They maintain the population of carnivore one. And at last, the top carnivore went dead. Its body is decomposed by the microbes, bacteria. Understand? And in this way, इस तरह से ये एक साइकिल चलता रहता है जिसमें पूरा इकोलॉजिकल बैलेंस हमारा बना रहता है. ठीक है, जिसमें हर एक की पॉपुलेशन मेंटेन रहती है और हर एक को अपना फूड मिलता रहता है, हर एक को ऑक्सीजन मिलती रहती है. ठीक है, प्लांट्स को कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड मिलती रहती है. दिस इज द इकोलॉजिकल इंपॉर्टेंस. नेक्स्ट इज ethical importance. Ethical importance. Ethical importance means, देखो, every organism, whether it is plant or animal or microbe, they have the right to live. सबको जीने का अधिकार है. ठीक है. तो some of the plants, for example, people in India is mainly used for worship. Some of the peoples, due to their religious rituals and culture, they worship the plant people. And in other states also, most of the plants are used for ethical purposes. In this way, they maintain the culture and heritage of our country. This is the ethical importance. And the third is the ecological, economical importance. Economical importance means, देखो, फॉरेस्ट से हमें बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स मिलते हैं that are used for medicines, that are used in making furniture, and is wood used in construction work. And we also give many latex, rubber, resins that are used for commercial purposes. In this way, the biodiversity act as a economical important for us. Similarly, we can also call plants as our life givers, or the biodiversity helps in the sustenance of life on the earth. Next, but the biodiversity of India. The biodiversity of India is declining day by day. Is declining day by day. Why? due to the interference of human beings. Human being today is interfering in the forest for construction work. They cutting the forest for the making industries, for use their products in the industries. In this way, they disturb the ecological importance in that forest and the habitat of animals in that forest. That animals become homeless. They move here and there for shelter, but their habitat is distracted by the man. This must be controlled. We have to maintain our biodiversity richness on the earth. Our next word is nomenclature. Nomenclature. Nomenclature means giving names. देखो स्टूडेंट्स, घर में अगर कोई नया बेबी बर्थ लेता है तो हम उसका नामकरण करते हैं. In the similar way, we have to giving name to plant और एनिमल. किसी भी प्लांट और एनिमल को नाम देना. ठीक है जी, क्या होता है? नोमेनक्लेचर. दिस इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ नोमेनक्लेचर. नोमेनक्लेचर में हमारे पास क्या होता है? दो तरह के नेम्स होते हैं स्टूडेंट्स. वन आर कॉमन नेम एंड सेकंड इज साइंटिफिक नेम्स. Second is scientific name. आपने क्लास 9th में पढ़ा है चैप्टर 7 डाइवर्सिटी, जिसमें आपने लिटिल बिट साइंटिफिक नेम्स पढ़े होंगे. जैसे ह्यूमन का आपने होमो सेपियन पढ़ा है, मैंगो का मैंजीफेरा इंडिका पढ़ा है, रोज का रोजा इंडिका पढ़ा है. ठीक है जी, हनी बी का एपिस इंडिका पढ़ा है. ठीक है, तो वो क्या है, वो कैसे लिखे जाते हैं, वो साइंटिफिक नेम्स क्यों दिए जाते हैं? ठीक है जी, these scientific names are given to overcome the problems caused by the common names. Scientific names common name की प्रॉब्लम को दूर करने के लिए दिए जाते हैं. कॉमन नेम क्या होते हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल, आपका सपोज नाम है स्कूल में अभिजोत. ठीक है जी, आपको घर पे कोई अभी बुलाता है, कोई जोत बुलाता है, कोई कुछ बुलाता है. ठीक है, फ्रेंड्स आपके आपको मोटू बुलाते हैं, पतुल बुलाते हैं. तो ये उनके लिए कॉमन नेम्स है. ये आपका कॉमन नेम है. लेकिन जो आपका अभिजोत नेम है वो आपका एक परफेक्ट नेम है. ठीक है, जिसकी वजह से आप जाने जाते हो, यहाँ भी स्कूल में भी, किसी और कंट्री में, किसी और सिटी में. ठीक है, तो साइंटिफिक नेम क्या होते हैं? दीज आर गिवन टू ओवरकम द प्रॉब्लम्स कॉज्ड बाय द कॉमन नेम्स. सपोज व्हेन द साइंटिस्ट्स आर सिटिंग at the international level, one from America, one from India, one from any other country, suppose Italy, and one from France, all are sitting together. Okay, they have to discuss about the rules. They have to discuss, उन्होंने rules के बारे में डिस्कस करना है. अब इंडिया में क्या है? इंडिया में हम उसको गुलाब बोलते हैं. ठीक है जी, इंडिया में ही कुछ स्टेट्स में उसको गुलाब भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है जी, तो इस तरह से सिर्फ ये एक कॉमन नेम के लिए, कॉमन मैन के लिए ये नाम है. गुलाब हो गया, गुलाब हो गया. लेकिन जो एक साइंटिफिक नाम है, जो एक खास नाम है, जो पूरी वर्ल्ड में यूज किया जाएगा, जिसको यूज करके वो दूसरी कंट्री के लोग भी समझ सकेंगे, तो वो होगा हमारा साइंटिफिक नेम. ठीक है, तो वो सारे बैठे हुए हैं. दे हैव टू डिस्कस अबाउट द रोज. ठीक है, तो उसको बायोलॉजी में रोज को एक साइंटिफिक नाम दे दिया गया है, रोजा इंडिका. रोजा इंडिका. तो अगर वहां पे ये वर्ड यूज किया जाएगा, देन ऑल आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. ठीक है जी, तो इस कंफ्यूजन को दूर करने के लिए हमने ये नाम दे दिया. अब साइंटिफिक नेम को लिखने के लिए बच्चे कुछ रूल्स होते हैं. ठीक है, दैट यू मस्ट नो अबाउट इट. रूल्स फॉर writing scientific names. Used for writing scientific names. Number 1. It consists of 2 words always. It consists of 2 words. For example, Homo sapiens. First word is known as the genus. It is known as the species. साइंटिफिक नेम में ये जो 2 वर्ड्स होते हैं, इनका फर्स्ट वर्ड हमें ये बताएगा कि वो स्पीसीज, वो ऑर्गेनिज्म कौन सी जीनस को बिलोंग करता है। सेकंड नेम हमें बताएगा कि वो बर्ड कौन सी स्पीसीज को बिलोंग करता है। तो आप साइंटिफिक नेम को देख के डायरेक्टली बता सकते हो कि ये ऑर्गेनिज्म किस स्पीसीज का है या किस जीनस का है। ठीक है जी। सेकंड, अगर हम इसको अपने हाथ से कहीं लिखते हैं, बोर्ड पे लिखते हैं या नोटबुक में लिखते हैं, then these two always be underlined separately. फर्स्ट को अलग से अंडरलाइन करोगे, सेकंड को अलग से अंडरलाइन करोगे। ठीक है जी। बट इन बुक्स दे आर रिटन इन इटैलिक्स। इटैलिक्स ऐसे थोड़ा डेटा, बुक्स में ये अंडरलाइन नहीं होते हैं, दे आर इन इटैलिक्स। They are in italics. But in the notebook, you always underline it separately. ठीक है जी। Now third rule. Third rule is कि the word of genus is always capital and the word of species is always small. The word of genus is always capital and the word of species is always small. These are the rules for writing scientific names in the notebook. In your NCERT book, at the end of the chapter before the exercises, there is one table. It consists of the scientific names of some organisms. You must remember it. You must remember it, that scientific names. Understand? Here I can give you some examples. For example, honeybee. Honeybee. The scientific name of honeybee is Apis indica. ये एग्जांपल मैं आपको इसलिए दे रही हूँ 2-3 ताकि आपको पता चल जाए कि कैसे लिखने हैं हमने। ठीक है जी। Apis indica. Both are underlined separately. Second is peacock. Peacock. Pego. Crista. Underline separately. First word capital, second word small. तो स्टूडेंट्स इसमें इस नोमेनक्लेचर में आपको रूल्स फॉर राइटिंग साइंटिफिक नेम्स, 1 क्वेश्चन फॉर 2 मार्क्स, यू हैव टू रिमेंबर। ठीक है जी। क्वेश्चन, रूल्स फॉर राइटिंग साइंटिफिक नेम्स। ये आपको 2 मार्क्स में या 3 मार्क्स में आ सकता है थ्योरी के पेपर में। ठीक है। सेकंड क्वेश्चन, व्हाई साइंटिफिक नेम्स, व्हाई साइंटिफिक नेम्स आर गिवन, ये साइंटिफिक नेम्स क्यों दिए जाते हैं, ठीक है जी, एंड द साइंटिफिक नेम्स ऑफ those organisms that are given in your book in this chapter, ठीक है जी. Please revise it thoroughly and remember these scientific names. Thank you.